YouTube is a place of entertainment and an overall learning experience. For me, that is, anyway. There's a place for everyone. Prank channels, family channels, commentary/reaction channels, etc. And there's also a place for Jenna Marbles, which we'll be going over today. This is how Jenna Marbles went into hiding. Jenna Mori, or also known by her pseudonym Jenna Marbles, is a widely known YouTuber that has accumulated well over 19 million subscribers. She first started her channel on the 16th of February in 2010. One of Jenna Marbles' first videos currently displayed on her YouTube channel is called Charles Franklin Marbles is a Sad Sack. First videos that really took off for Jenna Marbles is how to trick people into thinking you're good looking. It pulled the attention of a lot of people and currently has 71 million views.
Hello there friends, and welcome to my tutorial on how to trick people into thinking you're really good looking.
In 2011, Jenna Marbles made the video titled How to Avoid Talking to People You Don't Want to Talk to. It was also featured in an article of New York Times using Jenna's quote saying, "I'm sick and tired of guys thinking that just because I showed up at a dance or a club or a bar that I want to have their genitalia touching my backside."
You can ask anyone, it's a fact. But as soon as your penis touches my butthole without me knowing, then I'm not happy. It's like dance. I do not want your junk grinding all up against my ass.
Before the YouTube life for Jenna Marbles, she was once a bartender, working at a salon, and blogging, and often going to the club with her friends.
And then my whole life changed because I got a job at barstoolsports.com. And the owner, Dave Portnoy, asked me if I wanted to be his assistant, and I cried because I was so excited. And he taught me everything about the internet, like how to be funny and how to blog and how everything worked.
She also went to college and got a bachelor's degree for sports psychology.
I picked dancing in my underwear. Before I go to work, I like to pump myself up by crying over my master's degree.
Slowly but surely, Jenna came to the realization that what really made her happy and her passion was making videos. So then she saved up enough money alongside her boyfriend to go to California, where most of the YouTube community at the time was.
Except I realized that it wasn't really making me happy and I wanted to make videos, and he sort of knew that too, but we could never see eye to eye and sort of ended badly. But what I'm doing, so I just decided to make videos again after 6 months of not doing it because that's all I liked doing. And then I found the YouTube community, this cool, amazing group of people that had these awesome videos, except they all lived in Los Angeles and I lived in Boston, so I went to visit and I loved it. And then a year later, I saved up enough money and asked Max to go with me.
Deciding to go to California for Jenna seemed to be the right move for her, along with her ex-boyfriend Max. Then she proceeded to make a video in 2012 slut-shaming and being misogynistic towards women. She goes on to say that you do not have to agree with her, this is simply just her opinion. I want to quickly input that I'm not here to critique Jenna Marbles' past life events, that's for another video. I'm simply here to provide evidence on her events, detailing what happened and what she did. She begins the video by stating that this is her opinion, and to feel free to disagree. She goes on to acknowledge the negative connotations behind the word slut, which she defines as a person that has a lot of casual sex. She says being a slut is a choice. I'm not making fun of you, I'm making fun of your slutty choices. She also notes that she has many friends that are sluts.
So everyone just do your best. Just hang on with me here, because I know the word slut is a negative connotation. But what I want you to understand is that I think that being a slut is a choice. So maybe I'm not making fun of you personally, I'm just making fun of your slut choices, because I still love you, no matter what. Dear girls, when you're out and you see another girl that's like blackout drunk and some dude's trying to take her home and she's alone and doesn't know where she's going, you know what all you have to do is just be a fellow vagina partner in life. Go up to her and be like, "Are you alright?" That's all you have to say. And then all of a sudden you start to see the drunk gears turning and they're just like, "Oh yeah, I don't know, I just met them. I'm not going home with them. I'm gonna get a cab." Help them. Help the world make less bad slutty decisions. I can almost promise you, for the girls that I've done that for, I saved you. You could have had herpes for life, and I saved you. We need to look out for the of the universe together, because I think they're just a little lonely and sad. And I guess I also just wanted to make this video from one girl to maybe another girl, because I know there are many girls that watch my videos. Hooking up with a lot of dudes doesn't make you cool. Hooking up with one dude that you care about and know and have strong feelings for makes you cool.
Jenna goes on to talk about things she does not understand about sluts. She says that girls have body issues and she doesn't get why they would want to be naked and vulnerable around some stranger. She says maybe he's got big plans of chopping me up in little pieces and keeping me in the freezer for a while. Maybe he's got like 10 roommates in the other room that are just waiting to close in and gangbang you for the night.
You can look like a slut, act like a slut, but I would only judge you in how many dicks you put in your body on a regular basis. Someday, I hope maybe you realize that it feels much better when you're just not having so many dicks in you. John Mayer said, your body is a wonderland, but you know what? It's your choice if you want Wonderland to be an exclusive club, or if you want Wonderland to be like a theme park where kids get in for free on Saturdays with a canned good. Anyone can be a slut, but it takes some logic to be like, I think I'm just gonna be with one person.
Many people did not agree with the points Jenna was making in this video. However, many people were defending her on Reddit, saying how this isn't actually slut shaming. In fact, a lot of individuals were agreeing with her and how her points and what she was saying was pretty much valid, no pun intended. Such as, her language would be offensive to most people, but a lot of what she is saying is pretty valid. As a feminist, I'm kind of tired of the current wave basically encouraging women to get themselves into dangerous situations because they should be able to do whatever they want. I don't judge people for having a lot of partners even if they have unsafe sex. It's not my life and it's not my problem, but I can say I understand the idea of being able to do anything anytime without expecting bad shit to happen. I'll touch more on that later, but I felt like it was necessary to involve that around this time in 2013 she broke up with her boyfriend Max and got together with someone named Julian, who she is now engaged to. Hooray. But before I move on, sometime in 2011, two problematic things occurred for her, in which Jenna posted a video titled, What Nicki Minaj Wants in a Man. Sometime in 2011, Jenna imitates Nicki Minaj by wearing a pink wig and stuffing her pants to give her thicker thighs and a bigger butt. Her skin is noticeably darker, but I am unsure if that is a form of tanning or makeup. If it is a spray tan, I am unsure if it was done with the sole purpose of doing blackface in mind. During a podcast with Shane Dawson on 2015, Jenna had this response to her Nicki Minaj video. Yeah, I did a Nicki Minaj video where I literally was just tan. I was actually that tan. People were like, this is blackface. F off. If I wanted to do blackface, it would be like that moon face emoji Jenna says. In the podcast, Shane asked Jenna, did anyone get mad at you for doing blackface? And here again you can see being quoted, yeah, I did a Nicki Minaj video where I literally was just tan. I was actually that tan. People were like, this is blackface. F off. If I wanted to do blackface, it would be like that moon face emoji Jenna says. Fucking Bethany Mota did a Nicki Minaj tutorial and literally she's like, this is how you do it, and she put her hand in brown makeup and slathered it on her face. He then goes on to say, okay, this is blackface for sure. Oh come on, how is she not getting shit for this? How is Ariel Pastel not getting mad at her? Dancing with the Stars? And then Jenna agrees, saying that's some BS. On December 21st, 2011, Jenna posted a music video for a song called Bounce That to her YouTube channel. The video shows Jenna parodying many of the common rap music video scenes, with mainly white men. Around the 150-minute mark, Jenna appears in a yellow face, while saying, hey ching chong wing wong, shake your King Kong ding dong. Sorry that was racist, I'm bad at rap songs.
Hey ching chong wing wong, shake your King Kong ding dong. Sorry that was racist, I'm bad at rap songs.
Another thing I would like to add, in 2014, Jenna explained why she didn't respond to the negative feedback to her slut-shaming comments. I feel the way that I feel about it, and I don't take back what I said. On June 26, 2014, it was announced that Jenna Marbles was hosting a weekly pop music show every week on Fridays at 6 p.m. on Sirius XM.
This same month, it was announced that she was hosting the YouTube 15 on Sirius XM, which is a satellite radio service, where every week her segment was broadcasted Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern, counting down the top 15 songs on YouTube the week prior. So every week of her contract, she'd record the show on Thursday, and then send it to Sirius XM, where it would be played for whoever was tuned in for that allotted time on Friday.
The internet loves K-pop, and so do I, and I couldn't think of a better way to close out than with some 4-minute. They've been trending for months on end. This song is one of my favorites ever, still to this day. Slay me, queens, a 4-minute slay. Here is Crazy on the YouTube 15. I'm gonna learn the whole dance and perform it at my wedding, because why not? I'm not even getting married, but goals, right?
I take any damn so that make you feel better. Talking like
Around this time, Jenna Marbles has gained over 14 million subscribers and 1.6 billion views. It was also around this time where Jenna Marbles wanted to do collaborations in Hollywood, which she eventually did one with Smosh, led by Anthony Padilla and Ian Heckcox. All three of them put together the Smosh movie, which even furthermore raised Jenna Marbles' popularity. This was of course after she played in Adam and Eve and also The Ridiculousness back in 2014. So she had some experience in acting. Good news for these three individuals. Right before the Smosh movie dropped, Padilla, Heckcox, and Jenna reached a new level of fame and status. Because of this, Jenna Marbles was the first celebrity to be honored with a statue at the famous Madame Tussauds Museum. Don't know if I'm saying that right, but... While many people were congratulating her and being happy for her, on the other hand, her ex-boss, David Portnoy, wasn't too happy about the situation. He posted on his Barstool's YouTube channel a long recorded rant, basically claiming that she would have never been where she's at without him. This isn't really nothing new, since he likes to do this almost every year, so it's kind of just a reoccurrence. But for this video, I'm trying to keep my opinions out of it, just so it's just strictly informational based, but man, fuck this guy. In the same year of 2016, Jenna would bring Kylie Jenner, a media influencer, on the channel. Kylie herself said she's been like a long-time fan and she was kind of obsessed with her videos and had to invite her over to see Kermit.
Hey guys, it's Kylie and Jenna. I'm obsessed with Jenna and all I did was watch her videos. I fell in love with Kermit, so I invited her over and we are gonna dress our dogs and read mean tweets about Kermit and Norman.
Later, Jenna would also appear on the show Cocktails with Chloe, where they would obviously drink and ask questions that came to one's mind, or play little card games with questions on them. A wheel would spin with cards on it, and a random person would pick up a card. Jenna happened to get the question,
what is privilege to you? Is it a victimless crime, and how have you contributed? The other players petitioned Jenna to pull another card in order to avoid a seemingly uncomfortable question. But Jenna denied the request and answered that she believes that it is not a victimless crime, and that inherent privileges should not be ignored in society. Jenna's adamant response to her question on a controversial topic appealed to many in her viewer base.
Many people were not very fond of Jenna's new view on the world. There was a lot of controversy between it. She made a statement on May 26, 2016, basically addressing her new ideology on the world. It was basically her apology 300th video. Around the 720 mark, Jenna reads a comment on an old video that says, I didn't like when she made fun of him by calling him gay, but it shows how she's grown in the past few years as a person. Jenna says, in quotes, I've said words in the past that just aren't okay. A lot of my older videos, like I said, some words that are just offensive. I think having a comment section and always reading the comments has helped me a lot as a person. You know, kind of grew up and realized that I don't want to talk like that. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to use those words that I use, and I stopped.
I'm fucking gay, I hate my life, like in front of us. Like,
someone was like, I didn't like when she made fun of him by calling him gay, but it shows how she's grown in the past few years as a person. It's very true. I've said words in the past that just aren't okay. A lot of my older videos, like I said some words that are just offensive. I think having a comment section and always reading the comments has helped me a lot as a person. You know, kind of grew up and realized that I don't want to talk like that. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to use the words that I use, and so I just stopped. But for those of you that have been here with me and have grown with me, it means everything to me, and I just really appreciate it more than I could ever possibly tell you. Thank you so much for just being kind to me and caring and giving me a chance to learn from my mistakes. And I will try to continue to grow and learn and do things the best that I can in the future. I want to live on the internet. I'm not in this to try to do anything else beyond the internet for as long as I can, and I genuinely mean that, and I always have.
Since we are on the topic of apologies, in 2017, Jenna bought fishes. This comes to no surprise since we all know Jenna is a pet lover. Although she states that she hasn't had fishes since she was a child, she did a highly amount of research to ensure that her pets receive the utmost care. Jenna also states that she relied on the information from the pet store workers for even more information, and when making her video of getting new fishes, Jenna exercises that if she's doing anything wrong, please guide her to make the right decisions for her pet fishes.
I got back full fish, boy. It's gotten dark. Okay, we had a lot of learning to do, but that guy was so helpful.
Yeah, he was really helpful.
Please, if you're on the internet and you're a fish care elitist, know that I have not had a fish since I was a child. I'm trying my best. Just like with Ad, like if I make some mistakes in the comments, you can try and help me understand. But know that I want the best for my fish. I really do. I'm not trying to do anything wrong.
Though Jenna did a plausible amount of research, her audience took to her comment section and provided information saying that the tank is too small for the fish to evolve in. Added to that, it was also a spheric circular bowl, which can cause detriment to the fish because of its ability to contort the view of a fish's environment. With a list of other problems, she bought fake plant decorations which did little to no help for the environment of the fish. Her middle bubbler was too low, and if a power outage was to occur, the fish could unfortunately swim into it and die. To add even more to this, the fish bowl was not cycled, which means such thing as bacteria and ammonia can take effect when the fish are trying to get used to their new environment. With all these problematic issues at hand, it led to Jenna deleting the fish video and making an apology video, which was 47 minutes long, addressing how she did not know.
First of all, I didn't sleep Wednesday through Thursday because this was like, it was completely just like destroying. I was like sobbing all day on Thursday. I fell asleep last night at like 8 p.m. or something and just woke up. So I'm laying in bed this morning and I'm just like, how can I make this a teachable moment, a fixable moment where I can show people my mistakes so that people don't do it again instead of just taking it down. Like, I'd like to at least be like making this into something where people can have a better idea of what to do in the future and what not to do in the future. I posted the video and I started getting feedback, obviously, of like, first and foremost, no circle tank. Don't do that. And I'm like, fuck, okay. That's something I can fix. I can fix it. I can get them a bigger tank. No problem. Second, like those plastic plants in there, like that's not good for them. Like they need natural plants, obviously, like their natural environment. Okay, fuck. All right, let me fix that. I can do that. I can work on that. The filter, obviously, the person telling me the power going out and them going in there. Fuck, okay, let's get rid of this tank. And then people, you know, telling me he shouldn't have sold you those barbs, you know. They need a big 30-gallon tank. They're going to grow to be a couple of inches. They need more space than that. And I'm like, fuck, okay, I'll do anything. I'll do anything that it takes. And then as I started to look more and more into it, I realized, like, basically my fish are suffering right now. I put my fish in a bad place, so I'm gonna make it right, and I'm gonna put them in a right place. So we brought the fish back to the place that I got them, and I was like, you know, I want to talk to the guy that sold me these fish and told me that this was a good environment for them and told me what to do. I want to tell him, you know, hey man, I double checked, and it turns out everything you told me was kind of fucked. So I went in there being like, I'm gonna tell this guy, like, hey man, fuck you. And I went in there, I'd been crying all day, and I went in there and I was like, I have to give these fish back to you. Like, I don't want my money back. I'm not mad. I have to give back to you. And I just start crying like a baby. And he was like, what's wrong? Can I give you credit? Like, you know, and I was like, these fish don't, you guys sold me a circle tank and you said that was okay, with plastic plants and a filter that they could in theory get into, and you said that was right. And these fish, you know, I'm like crying, they grow to be like a couple inches, and they need to be in a school, and they need to swim back and forth, and they need to, like, you know, have other fish there eventually. And he was like, yeah, there's a lot of bad information online, isn't there?
It goes without showing that Jenna was able to take responsibility for her actions. She didn't try to put it off or blame anyone else. This would later explain why she made her apology video, in which I will explain in a bit. In 2018, Jenna was very excited to share news that she will be buying a multi-million-dollar pad in LA to move into with her boyfriend. The house was installed with 6 bedrooms and bathrooms, relaxing areas that offered a quiet distance place from the convoluted California city. Also during this time, Jenna started to gain more traction again and surfaced 11 million views about giving her dogs a swimming lesson, as well as producing a CGI backdrop which has pulled in well over 14 million views. She was at the pinnacle of her work. While in summer of 2019, Jenna was getting an increase of interest, the second half of 2019 2019, many viewers felt like Jenna wasn't having the same interest in making videos as before. Lots of people had predictions of her leaving YouTube because of the path she was heading. Many reasons such as it might have been hard for Jenna and put strain on her to incorporate new ideas for 10 years. With the heavy censorship especially from YouTube and a minority of people, basically cancel culture, wanting to rid creators of the internet for their offensive mistakes in the past in 2020. Jenna was getting some of this but was not receiving the full clash of it. This could have been the reason she was losing the passion for making videos, or an amalgamation of the two, or something more. What came to a shock to most was in June 25th, 2020, Jenna uploaded an 11-minute video titled A Message. Instantly when you first listen to it, you can hear the seriousness in her voice, which is not common in her videos. This obviously made viewers realize that something is wrong. She also privated most of her older videos. Other than her videos, she announced on her podcast channel that she was leaving, though the apology video has been privated, which left many wondering. First in the video, she addresses the past controversies such as the accusations, which I went over earlier, of her blackfacing, but this time she barely tried to excuse herself from it. Alongside this were two of the other accusations which I mentioned, of her being racist and being misogynist, which should be common to explain in an apology video such as this one. With that being said, she also states that she has taken into account the error of her actions and from then has drifted through many personalities to better herself and make her content inclusive for everyone.
Alright, so I get it. Feel like we're at a time where we are purging ourselves of anything and everything toxic. And I'm being requested that I address things that I've done in my past. I also get a lot of tweets from people that are saying like, "We love you, you unproblematic queen," which always makes me uncomfortable because I'm a person. Those of you that are familiar with how long I've been on the internet know that that's not true, that I've definitely done things in the past that weren't great, and I'm not completely unproblematic. The first two things that I would like to address is the fact that there are people that were offended that I did blackface as Nicki Minaj in 2011, and I'll show you the clip. It looks like this.
Nicki Minaj likes me. And then there's Roman, who's very...
And I do just want to tell you that it was not my intention to do blackface. This is the end of the video where I took my wig off. I don't know how else to say this, but it doesn't matter, because all that matters is that people were offended and it hurt them, and for that I am so unbelievably sorry. The next thing that I want to address. Okay, this is also from 2011. A bad year for me in judgment, apparently. This video is called Bounce That Dick. This has also been made private. I don't want to offend anyone. I'm not interested in it. I'm not interested in making anyone feel bad, in case you haven't noticed. Here's the clip. I will play it for you. Here, hold on, let me remind you.
Sorry, that was racist. I'm bad at rap songs.
So as you can see, I said, "Hey Ching Chong Wing Wong, shake your King Kong Ding Dong. Sorry, that was racist. I'm bad at rap songs." It's awful. It doesn't need to exist. It's inexcusable. It's not okay. The next thing I would like to apologize for is a video that I posted in 2012 and made private shortly thereafter. This was one of the hardest years of my life, and I made a video that came across unbelievably slut-shamey, and I'm sorry. I just fucked up. I ranted about girls that ran around and slept around, and that's wrong. I had a lot of internalized misogyny, I feel like, at that time in my life, and I'm sorry if I ever offended you with the things that I said in that video. And that video's been private for a long time. It does not reflect my attitude towards anyone in their bodies, and that's really been eating me up inside for a long time. Another thing that I would like to address is when people tweet at me, "I can't believe you'd be friends with this person or follow this person that's racist or, you know, done these terrible things." And the only thing I would like to say is that I'm just a person trying to navigate the world the same way that you are. So I don't always know what's right, what's wrong, what the truth is, and I'm just trying my best.
I want to say thank you for your support. For those of you that care about me and have been watching me for a long time, I appreciate it. I want to hold myself accountable, and it's painful to do it, and it's not fun, and it hurts, and I'm ashamed of things I've done and said in my past, but I'm not sure that I want to continue doing stuff on this channel, and I don't want to put anything out in the world that's gonna hurt anybody. So I need to be done with this channel for now or for forever. I don't know. So, all right. Good talk. See you guys.
Taking this into consideration, as well as a tweet longer Julian wrote expressing how Jenna is mentally exhausted, which could be a valid reason why Jenna no longer felt that sort of passion to make videos as she once did. And following after this, she removed herself from the internet in 2021, deleting her Instagram and Twitter. She never left for a certain reason, in fact it was multiple, eating away at her all at once. Another thing to take away from this is how Twitter can be rough, but the other major half of her supporters were basically putting her on a throne for stuff that was pretty high up there. Though some of it came from the goodness of their heart, putting a person at a significantly high pedestal without them being able to reach can create more stress on that individual in the long run for not being able to fill that goal. A lot of other people were in agreement that she can come back and don't really know why she left. The stuff she did in the past was the past, and she now has a new ideology, which leads people to believe, did she leave for a bigger reason, or was it just because she got exhausted and tired? No one can really know, but what we do know is a lot of her fans were very sad when she left, and I always hope that she comes back one day. What do you think? I've been your host, Poison, and until next time, wait or something. I don't know. Bye.